Hello guys, be here with Pixie Dust Designs, and today we're going to be making an Easter card. So for this card I am going to be using the Easter Bunny stamp set, and I have stamped them, all of them, because I don't know which ones I want to use just yet for my card. And then from the Hills and Trees Slimline die, I cut the two heels, and I have them right here. I have cut them in white cardstock because I'm going to be using Distress inks to color these. And then from the Let It Snow slime, not slime from the Let It Snow slimline, I'm so sorry, I use the frame. I didn't use any of the houses or anything because I wanted to use mostly the stamps, but I did cut that frame out, and I have it here. And we are going to need as well a piece of cardstock to put on the back of this, and I will give you measurements and everything in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here I have a piece of cardstock, of white cardstock, that measures 8 3/8 by 3.5, and this is gonna be the back side of the Let It Snow slimline die that I cut previously. And because this is an Easter card, I want to make sure that my colors are on the pastel side. So I'm gonna set this one aside for a minute, because with this one we're gonna create a sky with Distress oxide, and I'm gonna be using tumbled glass and a spoon sugar. Now for this part you can use a stencil that has clouds, or you can make your own, and I'm gonna be making my own right now because I cannot find my stencil, my cloud stencil. So let's go ahead and make it real quick. Now for this part of my card, I'm just going to position the stencil that we created together, and I'm just gonna alternate between spoon sugar and tumbled glass. I usually start with the darkest color, and then in between I add the next color. I was gonna add yellow, like lemonade squeeze, but then I thought I have never seen green in the sky. So, but you can add yellow if you want. I mean, they could be green in the sky. So I decided to go with pink and blue, because if they mix, it's gonna make a lavender and like a purple, and I have seen purple skies. So let's keep going. And here I was just positioning my heels, so I knew exactly where they are, so I wouldn't waste my ink at the bottom if it's not gonna be seen. In this part, you'll see that I dab my brush on my glass mat, and that's because I was gonna add the ink to in between the blue and the pink, and I wanted a lighter color than what I grabbed from my ink pad. Okay, so now that my sky is done, I didn't go all the way down here because we're gonna add those heels. And I know they are snow heels, but we can also use them as grass heels, so that's what we're gonna do for this one. I'm gonna grab my BO2 Copic marker and I'm going to add some little dots like so. I just feel it adds a little bit of texture, and I just love how it looks when you do add the little dots. So we're gonna do that with the blue and with the pink. And this is how it turned out, and now we continue with the heels. For the heels, I'm using Mowed Lawn and Crushed Olive, and I'm just going to alternate both colors and kind of mix them back and forth. So for my trees, I'm gonna use my Copic markers. I feel these trees are birch trees, but they can be any tree that you want, you know. So you can paint them, color them darker or lighter. Anyway you want, these are your trees, so make them yours. But for me, I feel they are birch, so that's how I am coloring them, and I'll show you at the end. Now I will repeat with the other side and come back and show you. Now I did the other trees on the left, and now I am going just add again distress ink to the bottom in green to match my background, and I'm also going to add the clouds with spun sugar to the top of this frame. Now it's time to put our heels together, and what I'm gonna do here is just see exactly where I want them. I am gonna glue the heels together first, and then I'm gonna glue it down to my background. Okay, so here are the bunnies and the bee, and this is my sentiment that I chose to use. Now we need to put all together. So for the frame that goes on the front, I added some wet glue, but I was thinking as well that you could add foam tape instead and raise it a little bit. I think it would look really cute if you do that, if you add more of the bunnies to this card. And right here, as I glue it down, I realized that I did not put it straight with the frame. So I had to cut a little bit of my sides, but that's fine. It wasn't very noticeable, but I did cut a little bit. And here I'm just arranging where I want my bunnies, and for them I'm gonna use my wet glue, and for some others I'm going to use different types of or different thickness of foam tape because I want to create kind of different levels. Now I'm just going to add my car to my car base like this with my wet glue, and the car will be finished. And this is how my car turned out. I love it so much. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, that you subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you'll be making this car. See you later.